All right. Jesse on Fire and Gabrielle are
Hi.
back with Play with Matches, one of the most important shows we've ever done today, you guys,
Okay.
because we're going to investigate the recent claims that Sydney Sweeney banged Tom Brady at the Jeff Bezos
Oh,
wedding.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This is really, really big
This is
stuff.
important that we get to the
Yeah.
bottom of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not necessarily because, like, if they hooked up, whatever, but more so to think about the motivations and the feelings around this. Like, if you're Sydney Sweeney's recent ex-fiance, and it's like,
Uh-huh.
oh man, Tom
Tom
Brady,
Brady.
or
Shucks.
if you're Giselle Brunchen, who
There's no R. Uh-huh.
Giselle, I, slept with my jujitsu instructor, who's also
Mm-hmm.
Brazilian, because we could speak Portuguese together. He was showing me all these physical moves, and I
We're
was
getting
like,
very close.
I wonder what it would feel like if instead of being inside my guard, he was inside of me.
Ew.
Ayo, if you're a jiu-jitsu person, you got that joke. And if you don't know jiu-jitsu, then inside the guard means nothing. So,
Okay.
okay. Anyway, but we are going to start with two things that
Two
Gabrielle
things.
is unaware of. But we were just having a conversation right before we started, and I think
Mhm.
it was a good one that we should share with you guys because we just found out that Gabrielle, tell them what's a new law in Texas.
I think it's SB 10. I could be wrong on what it's called, but it was just signed into law that all Texas classrooms now will mandatorily have to have the 10 Commandments posted, framed, just shown in every in every public Texas classroom.
Mm-hmm. And to be clear, we encourage as much Christianity as possible. We want people to go to church, or if they're Muslim, go be whatever. Like, if religion's your thing, do religion as hardcore as you want. The thing about this, though, right, is I like to be consistent in what I say about like social issues.
Mhm.
Example for why this happened and why I am being consistent when I say not good. Okay. Our whole thing this whole time is like, really, drag queen story hour? Like,
Yeah.
drag queen story hour. Or like, oh, hey guys, we need to do this education block where we teach you that boys that are born with penises actually are not necessarily boys. They might be girls
If
when the
they
kids
say
are
so.
like 5 and you're like, or 6 or 7 or whatever. And you're like, guys,
Fair.
this is an ideology. This is not a fact. Like, you're forcing this down the kids' throats. Okay.
Mhm.
This has nothing. This is not appropriate for public school. Teach my kid mathematics. Teach my kid history. Shut up about weird drag queen shit. Okay. Do that. Like, if you want to do drag queen stuff, do it on your own time, So because you guys did that, that is why now in response, it's like, oh, we're going to do abortion up to the moment of birth. And then it's like, and then so the response is no abortions at all. And then in Texas, it's like, oh, you want to do drag queen story hour? Okay, well, here's the 10 Commandments up your ass. You know what I mean? It's like, that is what this is. And I understand why they're doing it. It's also, in my opinion, way less like potentially damaging to children.
Exactly.
It's like the 10
I'd
Commandments.
rather my kid be taught like thou shalt not kill or steal
Exactly. Yeah.
than
Yeah.
drag queen.
Exactly.
Story hour.
Yeah. Hey, you can castrate yourself
Yeah.
and become a girl. And it's like, or thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. And you're like,
Yes.
I mean, one of these is a good message. The other one is fucking insane. But nonetheless, like I said, I like to be consistent. And it's like, my whole point is public school is where it should just be things that everybody agrees on. Like, we're not trying to force ideology down each other's throats.
Right.
It's like, so even if I believe that this ideology is a good one, I still can respect the fact that you guys are drag queen weirdos that think that, like,
Or, I mean, maybe they're like Jewish, or are the 10 Commandments in the Old Testament?
Yeah.
They are, right? Okay, so
Moses, Gabrielle.
Right.
Jeez, what kind of
Right,
Christian
right,
school kid
right.
are you?
Catholic school kid.
I know, me too.
It's been a long time. But I mean, maybe you're a different religion. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, maybe you're
generally
not.
speaking, though,
Yeah.
other religions respect like that. This is if you're actually like a practicing religious person, to them, this is a Christian country. Like, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Like, this was a big conversation like about a year ago where it was like, is this a Christian country? And it's
I mean,
like,
one
it is
nation
a Christian.
under God, y'all.
It is I mean, well, God's whatever, but like, yeah, it's not one nation under Allah,
Yeah.
It's like,
Under God with a capital
Right.
G, just one. Yeah.
listen, I love me some Muslims, dude. Khabib and his crew in Dagestan are the biggest savages ever. I love those fucking guys. I respect their, as a matter of fact, all these religions, the people who actually live it and are not hurting anyone, where it's like people who, like the LDS people, we lived in Utah for a long time.
A year.
No, 1 year. A long time.
Like ever.
For a year.
Felt like a long time.
Long enough to, really get to understand. But I was working there for 6 months prior to that.
Yeah.
But I interacted with a lot of Mormon people. And I have a lot of respect for those people because they really genuinely live by the principles that they say that they live. It's like they really don't swear, dude. Like they really don't drink. They do not have sex before marriage. Like
they don't get tattoos.
They don't get tattoos. They look at a person like me and they're like, what is this heathen? But they're still nice. And all of their families are very, very like, like they're like
and awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I actually really liked the whole culture in Utah.
Great culture there. But again, and so like that fucking, Allah, whoever everybody wants to worship, fine.
Well, I think the basis of all religion, if you're not in some crazy faction that's, promoting violence, most of the teachings are like, be a good person, be nice to others, don't do bad things in general. Correct. And then you can go to whatever type of final after thing is laid out. But the fundamental piece of religion is like, be a good person.
Yes. In most interpretations, yes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's some other, I don't know, factions.
Yeah. What's wild is like how selectively people choose stories that kind of shape their opinion of other religions. So like, they're like people, and Sam Harris being a very like strong, person that is like going out and speaking about how the Muslim religion is like nothing but pure violence and hate and whatever.
That's not true.
I think Sam Harris is one of the biggest idiots on earth. Like,
it's just not true.
And what they just never talk. It's like, oh, look at all these jihadists. Look at all these, whatever. Look at these things that are written. And they just ignore the fact that like, if you've heard the story, very famous, the lone survivor story with the Navy SEAL, where his entire
crew, whatever they are,
unit, his entire unit got killed. Yeah. The reason he survived is because by like Muslim doctrine, if someone comes to you for help, you have to take that person in and help them. Right. And so he was there and he needed help. He's being chased by, Muslim Taliban people. Yeah. And this local village who would have all gotten like murdered in horrific fashion, took him in, fed him, protected him. And that's because that's Muslim faith. That was the reason that they did that. Mm-hmm. So like, it's interesting that Sam Harris doesn't choose that story to talk about. He's a fucking moron. That guy might be one of the dumbest motherfuckers on earth. You can do that
with anything. We see it done with sound bites all the time. You take one little snippet of what someone says and you can twist it however you want. You can do that with a piece of the Bible. I'm sure people could,
Easy, dude. Yeah. Hey, the Crusades, that really makes Christians look good. Yeah. Hey, but, and Sam Harris also spends a lot of his time doing these panels where he argues with people that God doesn't exist. Just in general, you're like, you understand how absolutely moronic this argument is. Yeah. You can't
prove one way or another.
Yeah. If you want to say you're not with religion, you want to talk about organized religion, that's a conversation. To sit there and argue that there is no existence of God is so dumb.
You definitively know that is
exactly
fact.
That you want to make that part of your core message. That it's so dumb that it makes me think that and it's always people who think that they're smarter than everyone, which makes them even dumber. Like,
thank you.
It makes them even dumber. The more certain you are about something, you literally can't be. I just popped my pee. I heard it. Oh. I'm going to leave it in there though. Cause like, that's why I have this filter on. Cause I would pop every pee but yeah, you can't.
Did y'all hear that? Did you hear him pop his pee?
Yeah, I said catch and it popped. Okay. I don't know why. It does that.
Really fired up.
It's because I scream into the microphone.
You really do.
But yeah, man, Sam Harris is like, he's such an idiot. He like such
Tell us how you really feel.
Well, he's also like, he's one of these guys that if you ask him about Trump, he literally said that if he found out Joe Biden had the bodies of dead children in his basement, that he would still vote for Joe Biden over Trump. Like, he's like,
got it. So he's a reasonable man.
He said he agrees. He said he agrees with all Trump's policies. He's like, I basically agree with all of his policies, but he's such a whatever. And you're like, dude, you realize that all of your things that you argue are like indefensible. Okay, enough about Sam Harris though. Okay, I just cut off me talking more shit about him for another like 2.5 minutes. Because I dislike him that much. Let's talk about something really important, okay? Enough religion that just doesn't really matter. Enough of like religion in schools. doesn't matter. Let's talk about something important. Like Sydney Sweeney potentially having sex with Tom Brady. Because, God, that must have been not fun at all. Terrible. Poor Tom Brady. You know, like I watch a video like this and I'm just like, yuck. Disgusting. I don't want that ice cream after that. Ew. Ew. There's just nothing sexy about her at all. You know, it's like she's just gross. Hey, by the way, so I set this up. Like I told you, I'm like, hang on, I'm gonna make a joke about our segue, and I searched Sydney Sweeney sexy pics, and
here we are.
And no. There was an X account that said best of Sydney Sweeney, and I just clicked on it and immediately like pressed record. That's what this is.
It did not disappoint.
So yeah, somebody has that's AI. I just realized that's AI.
It is. You're right.
I feel pretty good that I can pick that up, but it's a
lot of these might be.
Yeah, I wonder. You know, like, dude, I wonder if because there's that AI tool that
there's
is
the one
a
that
sponsor
all
of my channel.
Yeah.
Venice AI, and it's like you can like there's no limits. You know, if you go to ChatGPT and be like, create an image of a sorority girl having sex with 5 guys, it's gonna be all fucking right. You know what I mean? ChatGPT is gonna be like, yeah, right. Okay, we're definitely not doing that. So Venice AI has no filters, no restrictions. It'll do whatever you ask. But
I know it's a sponsor, so I'll be nice, but I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I mean, you need some kind of differentiator, but nonetheless, I wonder what would happen if you actually put like a picture of someone in it and then asked it to do that.
Well, that's like, well, I mean, it wouldn't go that far, but like the thing that all the girls kind of like in my industry picked up, this crazy like affiliate program selling these AI likenesses.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird.
Wait, AI likenesses?
I showed you. It's like this course or whatever you can buy and like build your AI twin, and it will create basically whatever you want. And it's not super far off. I mean, it's very clearly AI, but it's just.
Can we make them like into physical manifestations that we can have sex with together, Gabrielle?
I don't think so. Sorry, you can't clone me.
No. No. But I'm saying like, no. I was saying like, we'll clone this Sydney Sweeney, and then we'll two-bang her.
No.
Look at this picture, Gabrielle.
I'm good off that.
You're good off that? You're not even going to look at the picture? You're good off that?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, I think the female body's beautiful, but I'm not into it that way. Like,
Obviously.
look at, like, that's AI.
Oh, yeah. You did show me this.
Yeah. It's so, like, that's AI. Crazy.
I mean, yeah. AI it's just getting started too.
I know.
It's like just getting started.
It's scary. Like all the stuff we're teaching our kids, like, don't take photos like this because once it's out forever. It's like, well, someone could just fucking make it now.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is terrifying.
Don't give your kids even an inch on sending pics. Like it's just like don't ever even say that out loud because they get
we're still fighting about Snapchat with our kids.
There's no fight.
No.
There's no fight. She wants it and we say no. If that's a fight, that's a fight. But anyway, so let's actually take a look at the story at hand because Tom Brady. So let me start with this one.
Okay, here we go.
So Kim Kardashian, as we discussed in our last one, queen of the whores until Lauren Sanchez Bezos was like, bitch, hold my beer.
Bezos and Brady aren't really Kim's type, though, you know?
They aren't, dude, because they're not black. Is that what you meant, Gabrielle?
That is, yes.
That's what you meant. They are not black, in fact. But Kim, let's be honest, has demonstrated, she's DTF like white dudes because what about the comedian she was banging?
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh, my God.
I see his face.
Oh, my God. I'm such an idiot. I completely know his name. Like,
I do
this
too.
is oh, my God.
It's been a long weekend, y'all. Our
you know
brains are a little bit broken today.
You know what movie he's in
what
that's
is his
amazing?
Name? It's going to kill me.
I know. That's why I'm talking this through because it's like this is the kind of thing that'll jog my memory. But did you watch Bodies, Bodies, Bodies with me?
Yes, I think so. I don't remember it, but I watched it.
That movie was fucking amazing. Okay, like that movie was one of the most entertaining movies I've seen in a very long time. It's called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I don't want to tell you guys.
Davidson.
I was saying like just something Davidson, but I was saying Phil. I'm like, Phil Davis.
Phil's not right.
Yeah. But he is supposedly hung like a black man, though.
I have heard that.
Yeah.
I have heard that.
Yeah. I don't know what on earth Ariana Grande was doing with that thing. She's fucking 2'3".
It's a fun rumor to have float around about yourself if you're a guy, I would think.
I mean, it's probably pretty helpful.
A rumor the whole world knows.
It led to him banging not Victoria Beckham, Kate Beckinsale, Ariana Grande, Kim Kardashian, and those are just the ones we know about. You know how many, like, I wish I could see, like, which celebrities have, like, secretly banged that, like, you don't know about.
Yeah, they kept it on the DL.
Dude, you know who I heard bang your best friend? Oh, my God. From the fucking TV show that we saw at fucking Coachella, who you love and we would be best friends. She was together with Jay Cutler.
Oh, Kristen?
Kristen Cavallari.
My best friend, Kristen?
Yeah, I heard Jason Statham smash that one night.
Okay.
Like, I read, like, yeah. I mean, if she's down to fuck a fucking 12-year-old, her most recent boyfriend. That's a joke, you guys. He was like 21 or something like that. But
that was just fun for her.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Sydney Sweeney comes to the Bezos wedding single with literally all the most famous and wealthy bachelors in the world there, all like, oh, well, hey Sydney,
lady,
loved you in Euphoria.
Really exceptional acting.
Yeah, really. Like, I mean, she is incredible.
She is.
Like her
She
acting.
is talented.
Yeah, she's like, that's honestly the reason why she's so sexy in that show is because she completely sells her character. You know, like anybody could, like, there's a million chicks on Instagram that pull their G-string up their ass.
She's a fascinating specimen to me because she's clearly very intelligent. I mean, you wouldn't know that just by looking at photos or like watching like shorts of her just moving around because she shows off a lot of her body. And usually there's like a 1-to-1. They're like, oh, well, she's like just an idiot skank. But she's objectively an intelligent person.
Hey, you think Lauren Sanchez is a fucking intelligent person too?
She might be.
Of 100%.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
100%. She's a master with people.
Right.
That's what I've always said is like the cheat code. Like if you are a really, really sexy woman
the hair driving me
and you have the innate ability to understand like people like Georgia, our youngest daughter, is going to get anything she wants from any man for her entire life. The world is not
ready for that one.
It's like
the world is not ready for her.
We talked about this like a million times. It's like best case scenario for us is a kid that looks like me with her personality, which means they're like a 8 or like 7.5. You know, like I don't want to rate myself, but I mean like they're not a fucking hard. They're not like a hard 10. Like, you know, Gabrielle's a fucking 10 with no makeup on, having not showered in 8 days, dude.
Ew.
So I'm like, if they look like me and have her personality, best. Worst case on fucking earth. Looks like her with my exact personality, because I'd eat the world. If I was in her body, I'd eat the fucking world. No one would have any idea which way was up. Like I would just twist people around so hard and they would have no idea. And that's going to be Georgia.
Yeah, she does have a little of me in her though.
I mean, I have some of you in me also. I just mean like if I wanted to be purely manipulative,
okay.
She will have that ability.
She would. She does already.
She won't think of it as like manipulative though. It's like the way she'll approach it is like John, our next door neighbor, where they couldn't believe you fucking fixed the washing machine.
Yeah.
And how we always said that his wife would be like
Carol's like secretly,
she's like actually the one who's fixing everything around the house, and then she'd be all, she like fix it 85%, like fix it 85% and be all, John, can you fix the sink? And all he has to do is twist the thing. She's like, thank you so much. John, I don't know what I would do without you. And like, I really believe she was doing that.
I do too.
Because she's super like secret
Carol's
smart.
A savage.
She's like secret smart. But that's what I mean. Like with Georgia, she will just, anyone who's around her will feel exactly the way she wants them to feel. Something you know about, kind of.
Elaborate.
I have told you this, that like, when we first started dating, I was like, oh, I know exactly what she needs. And and it was just like, I'm going to patch that little right there, like fix that little trauma barrier right there. I'm going to patch her up there. And then just going to blow. I'm going to make her into her absolute best self.
And he did, ladies and gentlemen.
if I told you how much fucking...
All you. I have you to credit for.
Oh, no, not all me. Are you kidding me? Do you guys have any idea how successful Gabrielle is? Like, people, it's just hilarious. I'll see in the comments sometimes they're all, oh, wow, somebody got jealous of Jesse's fucking success. I'm like, oh, yeah? Jealous of my success? She makes twice as much money as me. Twice. I make a fucking lot of dough, too. And she makes twice as much as I do. On her own. Completely self-built. Like, she's a fucking gangster, dude.
Thank you.
But,
Comfortable.
anyway, what are we doing here? So, yeah, you know, like, I always wondered how I would feel about that. You know, like, it's like, well, how would you feel if, like, your girl out-earned you? I love it.
Why wouldn't any?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just, like, fucking fantastic. I mean, if I was like doing nothing, you know, like if I was making like very little money, like working a job I hated, whatever, then that would make me very uncomfortable. But I'm objectively crushing it. She's just crushing it harder financially. And it's like, this is great, dude. This is this is fantastic.
It's all our money anyway.
It is. Anyway, so let's go ahead and look at this hilarious fucking headline, though.
Here we go.
So look at Tom Brady and Sydney Sweeney romance rumors take a turn as actress is reportedly not interested in a relationship. Let me propose a question to you guys. So Sydney Sweeney smashes Tom Brady and is not interested in a relationship. Giselle smashes Tom Brady and is like, I think I'm going to try my jiu-jitsu instructor. Is it possible that Tom Brady throws a football better than he throws his dick?
I mean, Giselle was married to him for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she just doesn't want a relationship.
It's possible. Or here's another, I just like hypothesizing. Or maybe her ex-fiance saw her with Tom and he like, no, and he was just like, please, let's get back together. I made a huge mistake, whatever. And she's like, finally.
Because you think he broke up with her?
I think he cheated on her.
Body language or whatever.
Yeah. In those pictures, that's what it looked like to me, is that he cheated on her. He was so relaxed. It was very clear, you know, that like he was not like desperately chasing her. And if he was with her to begin with, he's probably like some fucking, you know, magnet. You know, these LA guys, they're like, oh, they own a restaurant. And then every time you dig under the hood, they inherited a fuckload of money. And then, you know, a lot of them are adding to it. But
LA is a crazy place.
It is.
One year was plenty.
Yeah. You know what I noticed about those guys? Is I don't know if we've ever even talked about this before, but the thing that is very consistent to me with those guys who I've interacted with, like mostly through entrepreneur stuff, you know, where like I was like raising money or I met them through some kind of, you know, business thing, is they have this very specific energy about them that is identifiable to me, which is there's a total lack of stress, like they just don't like the normal kind of like underlying frequency of stress that almost everyone has is not there with them. Like it's like, and I understand it now. Like now I understand it. Like imagine having having lived our whole life the way that we are now financially. You know what I mean? It's like they've never known what it's like to be scared that you're not going to be able to pay a bill or whatever. You know, like for us, I wouldn't trade it,
but
dude.
It's like you also don't reach. I mean, maybe some of them, but like I think it is as like a overall group, like you don't reach your pinnacle of potential success because the fear is kind of what drives you. Maybe not the fear, but like that feeling of I have to make this work. That's
what drives you.
Yeah.
That's what drives you. Yeah. That's not what drives everybody. Like for some of these people that, you know, if they come from a situation like that, they have like absolute tycoon families and like they're being groomed their whole life to like create and build wealth.
If they've had good parents who taught them that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, some of them are trust fund fuck ups that like just snort their, you know, they snort their life away and, you know, yeah. I mean, there's obviously those too. The ones I interacted with, like I said, were through entrepreneur stuff. And so those were like, they were like successful. Yeah. One of the guys that I interacted with, who's like one of the coolest fucking guys in the world, but he was like,
where was this?
In LA when I was raising funds for MLF at the like that's when I met him. Okay. And but he was like me, except you know maybe I shouldn't say like where he inherited his money. One of his family
I want to know who it is.
I'll tell you after. Yeah. But his family, actually I guess this doesn't give anything away. His family founded Motorola. Okay. Like, so like he had a trust fund like that. Motorola.
That's a pretty big company.
Yeah. So, but he's like me. He's like a fucking fuck around fun guy, but he also had a company that had fucking 700 and 800 employees.
Awesome.
And we were talking about that. And like, I always, I always cut through the like, oh, we can't talk about money thing because it's stupid. Like, I'm not jealous of you, dude. I just like, you know.
Especially if you're somewhere where you're trying to raise money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, but I'm always trying to build relationships and like, there's just make sure that everybody understands there's no barriers here, dude. We like, I'm fucking normal. Like, I'm not plotting on your dough, dude. I'm just, anyway, but he told me that he had a $9 million check in his car for fucking 3 weeks. He's like, dude, he's like,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Cause he was like, can't remember how we ended up getting on that, but, yeah, he's all, look, man, just because I have money doesn't mean I'm like responsible. He's like, you know, I'm no different. I mean, I built a really successful thing here or whatever. He's like, but like, bro, he's like, I once had a $9 million check in my car for 3 weeks. He's like, cause like, I don't know. I just couldn't find
time. Must be nice not to need to cash a $9 million check.
That's how much money we're talking about. 9 million. Where that's not a high priority to put that $9 million into your fucking bank, you know? But yeah, I met, he brought a guy to a lunch who owned a clothing, some kind of clothing company in LA. And that's when I realized it, because they were both there. And I'm like, what is, this guy's very similar energy. And that's when I realized, I'm like, not, these guys are on this, like this smooth as silk fucking energy. Because they're like, I don't know what it's like to struggle. Life is amazing. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't trade our experiences though, dude, because we've gone through fucking, you know, like, so I appreciate it so much because I know what it's like to feel hopeless. Like, like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to make money. And even if I can, it's going to be something that I absolutely hate. Like, there's no hope, it's over, you know? So
there's something to be said for the struggle.
Absolutely.
And I think about that. We talk about this with our kids too. Like the balance between giving them all the things that, I mean, especially me. Like I grew up with a single mom who we did not have a lot of money. I did not get all the things I wanted. I didn't have the designer things when I was little. And now I can give those things to my kids and not think twice about it. And it's amazing. And I feel so great to do that. But part of me is like, am I ruining them? Like, am I ruining them a little bit? Because the struggle and not having that was such a big part of what made me who I am and made me so driven that I'm like, are we doing them a disservice by not? But I think the family that we talk about frequently, I hear our kids yelling and I'm afraid someone's going to get hurt downstairs right now. So I'm double checking. But the family with the boys from my high school.
Oh, very wealthy.
Very wealthy.
Billionaire parents.
I thought.
Hang on. I'm going to pause this actually. Yeah. So our parenting style, I will tell you exactly what I just said to them, and she can verify this. I went outside and I was like, hey guys, listen, I love to hear you guys laughing and having such a good time, but we are literally picking up how loud you are in our microphone, in our studio. So continue having fun. I love that you guys are having fun, but shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
That's literally verbatim.
Exactly.
It's exactly what I said.
Speaking of our spoiled brat children.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is this family, I thought they did such a great job with their boys. Like they got them the nice American made cars. Like I went to a high school that had everything from like super poor kids, basically.
It's a really unique situation. You went to school with like poor kids and wealthy kids.
Yeah, because there was no like nice private high school in my area. It was the best high school in the area. So all the rich kids went there too. Our senior parking lot, or our high school parking lot, had like Escalades, Navigators, Range Rovers, down to like friggin' hoopties. Like we had it all. So these parents got their kids Ford Expeditions, which I thought was so awesome. Like they could have got them whatever they wanted, but they wanted the boys to like still have something to strive for. Like they didn't give them
and they're
everything.
Crushing it on their own
gosh,
now.
They are
like crushing it
in their own business. Yeah.
Crushing it. We've watched them like
build the whole thing out.
Yeah, like when they first started, like they only had I don't want to like out them with the name of it, but like they had like maybe 3 locations when we actually suggested two of their locations because we knew the areas and we were like, dude, you should put one there. One of their most successful stores where I told them to put it in Walnut Creek. And they've just expanded and expanded and expanded and expanded and expanded. They're fucking crushing it, dude.
It's
And they
so
are the
cool to see.
best guys in the world.
Such kind people. I
Yeah.
mean, the nicest guys.
I love those fucking guys.
I know, they're really good people.
Yeah. One time I ended up at the same place as them and their billionaire dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat down at the table and there was this girl there and I was like, is that like their sister or what? It was like this like blonde chick and all like, you know, whatever. I thought it was like, I'm like, I didn't know they had a fucking sister. She's with
They
their,
do have a sister, but
well,
that
this,
wasn't her.
yeah.
Yeah.
This girl was with the billionaire dad and she was like 27 years old and he was like 75, you know?
Their mom was an angel. I mean, she's still like alive. Made it sound like she's not. But they got their heart from their mom.
Mm.
She was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful mom.
Yeah, he had very different energy than them.
Yeah.
I only met their dad that one time.
I had only interacted with him like maybe once or twice, but their
Yeah.
mom was around a lot. She was like involved and caring and loving and just so nice and just a great woman. But yeah, so like that's the balance. I'm like, we need to make sure that we don't spoil the shit out of our kids to where they still have something that they're like want to strive for in life and make them responsible people who have drive and not little asshole fucktards who just think that the world will hand them everything that they could possibly want.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I mean, this is like all I think about is the channel, jiu-jitsu, and my kids.
Mhm.
And obviously Gabrielle. But and I think about this where I'm like, okay, so most kids that I know who grew up at a certain kind of like economic level have ended up as adults in a similar one. And so I'm kind of like, you know, like get them used to this stuff, then that's what they expect their life to be, which means they will do what they need to do to match financially to be able to do the things that we do. We also, for the amount of money we bring in, we spend like we are frivolous with like food things we do, food, like go whatever, but like we don't buy expensive stuff ever. Like
y'all know I love my minivan and I'm not trading it in.
I love watches and I have one like one showpiece that's a very expensive watch, not to like whatever, like I can anyway. But I don't know, hopefully we're doing a good job.
I think we are. But it's like to your point, what you were saying of like kind of the behavior is learned to expect that certain lifestyle. Like I branched out of that, but I was also raised by a village. My upbringing was
very uncommon.
Very, very uncommon.
Very uncommon.
But like we still have a decision that we're going to face in a year with our oldest when she goes to high school. If we put her in the high school that she's zoned for, or we put her in like the best high school in the area that we can transfer her into. And well, there's a reason why some parents keep their kids in the zoned high school, because the top 6% of all Texas schools have guaranteed admittance to like UT, right? So not that our kids are necessarily going to go to college, but that would be a good thing to kind of have in your back pocket. So it's like, do you put your bright kid?
The plan is for them to go to college. You know, like they have college funds.
The money's there.
Yeah.
Right. But as someone who is still like, you know, this week about to pay off $200,000 worth of student debt that for some reason I've just hung on to for fucking ever.
Honestly, just because we haven't because Gabrielle, honestly, we've been ready to pay this off forever. Gabrielle thinks that there's some kind of like finagling that we can do where we can get some kind of tax benefit if we do it this way or that way. I'm like, Gabrielle, there's not, dude. Like you just need to pay them $200,000. Like that's it. Like we just need to do it. And I can't do it because I don't even know who the fucking lenders are. Like, you just like we just need to do it.
Lender.
Like, yeah,
but,
just need to do it.
But yeah, the decision was like, do we put her in the school where she has a very high likelihood of getting into the top 6% and getting guaranteed admittance, or do we put her into the high school with the kids who are in circles and raised by parents and have the same kind of, I guess, socioeconomic status and same values and principles? We want her to run with that circle, or do we want to put her somewhere where that could possibly give her a leg up towards college? And for me,
we're moving. I mean, we're going
we
to
don't
physically
even have to move. We could just transfer in, worst case scenario. But yeah, for me, it's just so important who you're surrounding yourself
100%
with is so much. Yeah.
The deciding factor, honestly, because I was like, dude, I'll live in this house forever. Our house is super nice. I love this place. Then, very recently, we are firm believers in the fucking breadcrumbs. Like, the universe will fucking tell you what to do if you are listening. And we found out that it is a 100 over 100%
126% increase.
if you live on a golf course, that you will end up with Parkinson's disease. And my grandpa, my mom's dad, died of Parkinson's. So I'm like, fuck that. We're leaving. Like, that's.
And the theory behind it, in case some of y'all are like, that's just a weird correlation, is pesticides, herbicides, and like fertilizers that are sprayed continuously coming into like your home, you're breathing it, and especially if you're drinking groundwater from that area.
It's crazy how like life can change so
and we
much.
live on a golf course, in case that's not clear.
Yeah. We live on a golf. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like when we were moving to Texas, my only requirement is I was like, I don't care. I just want to live on a golf course where I can be a member. Like I want to be a member where I don't have to like deal with, like I just come in, they know my name, and I go golf as much as I want. And now fast forward like 5 years later, and I literally never play golf. All I do is jiu-jitsu, and like all I care about is I just want a really, really big, awesome shower. And Gabrielle wants a pool, and it needs to be a big enough house where I can have a studio that is completely siloed from everything else. And
I need an office. You need a studio. We need a lot of things.
Like our house is gonna be. It's like it's hard to check all the boxes for the house. We found one that was so sick. Perfect. Very expensive though. Too expensive, and then also overpriced. Like to where
that's what it was. It was
even
overpriced.
if we wanted to like stretch what we were going to spend, it's like okay, well this house is they've priced it $300,000 more than it's worth, and someone fucking bought it for like I think $100,000 less than they were. Yeah. So like they got $200,000 more than it should have been priced
but they also got because we looked back at the purchase history, so they overpaid. So they were trying to recapture. Anyways, whole thing.
That's how nice the house was though. Yeah. That like even with comparable sales is like, it's a fucking amazing house. But yeah, we'll go find it, dude.
We will. It's out there.
Yeah, we were about to buy this other house, but Gabrielle told me the other night, like she's like, I don't want to buy it, and I'm like, why? She's like, it just has the feeling that there's like a lot of
sound insane.
There's a lot of like secrets in that house.
No, like, okay, so I obviously believe in God, all those things, but I'm also very energetic. Like I'm a feeler. I feel things, and there was something about the energy of that home. There were like so many closets and like little corridors and like tucked away areas of the home. It just felt very stagnant, like there was stuck energy in places you could hide physical things, but like also energetic things. And I know this may sound completely batshit crazy to some of y'all, but it's a feeling that I get, and my intuition and my like feelings have literally never steered me wrong. So
it's objectively she's psychic.
Like when I get that feeling in my gut or whatever it is, I'm like that is my truth, and I have to act as if that is just reality. The
reason I can verify it's factual is because what it actually is she's the most like empathetic person in the world. Like where if someone is like upset in the room, like she eats it. And then also she's she's an acupuncturist. I've been with her entire adult life. I have seen this I can't even fucking imagine how many times people come to her. The doctors can't figure out what this is. They don't blah, 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 blah. Like all these people, they can't ever figure out what it is. And she literally just listens to them. And then she's like, I think what's going on is blah, blah, blah. And then they end up going, and that's what it ends up being. It's like some fucking crazy obscure, like she's always right about what is wrong with people. And it's wild. But anyway, that house, when we lived in Utah for a year, our house was
huge,
much too big, and
it was like 5,000 square feet.
And there was
huge.
I think it was 44, yeah, but it was like big. There was an entire floor. Was it 4,700?
Huge, yeah.
An entire like floor, like there was like a basement floor that we never used, and the energy down there was like
stagnant.
Yeah,
it's that.
When people say like, "Oh, we need to get out of this house because the house is too big,"
too much house,
and you're like, "Too much house? The fuck are you talking about? Like that's awesome to have more space than you need." It's legit. Like and the only reason I know that is from that one year when we were in Utah, and so this house that we were looking at was 52 to 5,300 square feet.
Yeah,
right?
It's really big.
5,300 square feet,
and it's like loved parts of it, but yeah, it had that.
The kids had grown up and left, and so like there's just the two parents left, and like.
And the layout of the home is such that once kids are gone, there's no reason to go upstairs.
There's no reason to be in like 2/3 of the house because like
we would be over there with offices and studio. We would
as
utilize
far as
the
that
entire
as
downstairs.
far as that office, because like there's the bedroom here and then hallway, kitchen, and living room is right there.
Yeah,
and then there's the office right around the thing, and then
down that hallway.
there's so much more house than just that. You would never be outside of those rooms.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. And then the backyard, but like, why are you going in the pool? This fucking huge backyard and pool if you have no kids and it's just you and your wife. I caught them when we were looking through the house. They had security cameras like all through whatever, and we were in their bedroom, and I was walking in from the backyard through the house, and I watched the camera like go like this, beep. Like they were like moving the camera, following me, and then because then I went and popped my head back in, and it was looking the other way. I'm like, I knew it, I caught him, dude.
Got you.
They were like,
I would do the same thing if people were in our home, though.
For sure. Well, walking around our fucking bedroom.
Yeah.
Speaking of secrets, you guys don't even be looking fucking shit around our bedroom. Jesus.
Lord help us.
Let me see. How long? What have we been doing? Oh shit. This is plenty of show.
We've been talking for a while.
Love you guys. Cindy Sweeney, Tom Brady. Who cares?
See ya.